Hey everyone. Oh my god, I don't know how the Etsy Saga is continuing. Anyway, let me start with the good stuff. So I just came back from a lovely meadow walk from the school. They organized, and it was so cute having the little ones hold hands and go for a nice little walk with them. And it was actually what I needed. You know, today is Thursday, and on Monday the whole Etsy situation unraveled, and it's just been like a downer of a week, and I was really happy to just have some time where you go outside, get some fresh air, away from the desk, away from the computer, away from the emails, and just, you know, think about something else and chat to the children about, like, you know, lovely little things. And it was super sweet, so I was really glad to do it to kind of clear my mind. So what else? I'll get to the Etsy thing in a minute, but just small things I wanted to mention. Yesterday I was huffing and puffing around my studio. I actually did some art, which I'm really happy about. I recorded it. It was in the evening, so I had studio lights on. Not my favorite to film, but I think it's still kind of nice to have you there with me when I'm opening my sketchbook and doing some illustrating or whatever. I'll show you the pages. Basically, I've done this bird of paradise, I think it's called, the plant, and then kind of just later I filled in the other areas because I didn't want just to have like blank white. Lately I'm really enjoying this look where you have like main illustrations, like botanical illustrations, and then around it you have smaller elements and just kind of breaking down the color, the textures. Well, not so much the textures because I'm working predominantly with watercolor here, but the patterns and things like that. So I think it makes it a bit more interesting. And as I was doing that, later on I was taking the studio lights down. So I had they're both desk lights, just because I really ran out of floor space to have them on floor, and I always have my camera on a tripod, so literally no space for any more tripods. So these I usually pop them up on the desk, and then when I'm finished I pop them down. As I was doing that, I knocked over my little stack here on the armchair, and I knocked over the Roman Schmal watercolor palette, and it was such a mess. I mean, thank goodness they were dry, but it's kind of like all over the place, and some of them are titled so I could sort them out, and then the others are not, so I will have to go through and luckily they all have a number though, so I made sure to put numbers in, so according to the number. But it just takes a bit of time to go through this little leaflet and try to get the names down. But this is something I will be doing. In a way, it kind of also takes my mind off the whole situation, so, you know, I kind of try to keep busy and doing small things like that just to not go mad. And then another good thing is I got a package today from Derwent, as part of being their ambassador, or one of their ambassadors. I do little jobs for them, and I can't disclose what I'm doing, but as a payment I get to pick different products. And so I picked to try the full range of the Coloursoft pencils. That's the one pencil I haven't tried yet. Well, I have tried in individual pencils and I really fell in love, but I didn't have the full range, so I'm super excited to open them, which I will do after I update you on the Etsy situation. I've just unboxed, taken the tin out of the box, and here is the Coloursoft. I'm just really excited to, or quite interested actually, to swatch these as a comparison to their drawing pencils, because those are my favorite ones. And see, because these meant to be the softest pencil in their line, see how soft they are and how pigmented they are compared to their other pencils. But basically here is It's a tin of 72, and they still have the plastic wrap, so I can't show you the second layer of them. But something nice to look forward to. And I will be doing that. I love these grey blues at the end. The cloud blue and the baby blue right here. Gorgeous colours. Okay. Also, they have a lovely pink range, and I have a feeling there's more pinks in here than in the Light Fast. Right. So that's that. So let's chat about Etsy. So Monday was the first day when I have emailed them, and over the weekend before that, on a Sunday, we have discovered that they put my account on reserve. And since the 11th of February, this is as much as I could trace it back. I think I looked a little bit before that, I didn't see anything. But according to them, in the latest email that they responded, apparently they put the reserve on my account on the 27th of January. So it would have been like 2 months already. So that is 60 days roughly. So it's more than 45 days that they claim they put the reserve on. They say it's 45 days, but then it could be 90 days, and then sometimes it can be even extended. It's all very like grey, the way they're saying things. There's nothing concrete. And I think this is what is so frustrating for sellers, that there is no concrete rules or things, or they don't contact you, they don't inform you that you have done A, B, or C, and we're putting in reserve on your account for so many days, and on this date we will revise it and we will inform you, blah blah blah. There's nothing that happens like that. There's just no communication. The service is terrible. So on Monday, I straight away emailed them, and I received an automated response, which was basically just exactly the same information that I already read in their Q&A, and there's nothing useful on there. So I ended up filling out 2 surveys to complain. I ended up writing another email on the same day, and basically today's Thursday. It has taken them 4 days to again generate a very kind of fluff-based email, and it sort of reads like, I really understand your worries, and I am here to help out and resolve any question or issues, and help you with the situation, and I appreciate your input, and it's sort of written all very, very positive, but there's a lot of fluff because there's no content. Again, they're not responding to a single question that I have raised, i.e. why there has been a reserve put on my account. Also, none of the points that they raise apply to me, in the sense that why would they put the reserve on. So none of those points that they have in place apply to my shop. So there's something very, very wrong going on. They can put this reserve onto any seller's shop or account, and it's kind of just sort of to monitor how things are going. So the way I understood the email is that not necessarily do you even have to do anything wrong according to their policy, but you still will be kind of watched. It's really weird the way it has been written. Also, the other weird thing is that I am ready to close my Etsy down. Like literally, I made my mind up today that I'm closing it down. I have a few orders come in. I was going to cancel them, explain to my buyers what is happening, that basically their money is going straight to Etsy. They're holding on to it. The money is not going to me. Essentially, I am being paid 25% of all sales that I make, and 75% Etsy is holding on to for no good reason, no explanation. And it could be from 3 months from 45 days up to 3 months. Now I am in this situation, stuck in this situation for 2 months now. So I haven't been told after 45 days what's going on, although in the email it says once we come to the 3 months mark, which is 90 days, there's no speaking of the 45 days that we already passed. They're saying that at the 90 days they will review and contact me, and then if something, and they will be monitoring my performance, so to speak, on Etsy, and if anything flags up, they will then extend it. So in essence, nothing has been flagged up for them to put this reserve already on. God knows if they just out of blue decide to keep on extending it, because the essence is we don't know what's going on. We don't know where our, i.e. the seller's money, is going. And you as a buyer as well, you are paying money to buy from the seller. So you send your money thinking you're sending it to me. It's bypassing me. It's going straight to Etsy. You get the goods for it. I don't get the money and I don't have the goods. And Etsy keeps the money. So there's something clearly very, very wrong. And I think as a buyer, you need to know that your money is going straight to Etsy rather than the seller. So I think what's also very interesting is the fact that when they're saying that in those 3 months they will be watching the performance, that essentially means I actually am stuck with them and I can't close my shop down because they need to see performance, is what they're saying. So it's a very interesting way of putting you in a position where you are kind of like stuck with them. So I'm just speechless. And I think we will go down the legal side of things because, we will try one more email. If this fluff continues from Etsy, then there is clearly something seriously wrong what they're doing with the finances, with the funds of sellers. I would call it daytime crime, because my business won't survive if this is carrying on for 3 months and I'm being paid pennies, 25%, from the payments or from the sales that I have made. So yes, I have invoices and bills coming out that I need, or coming in, that I need to pay this month, and it's just this is not on. So I very quickly have to now figure out where I'm going to be selling my products. I don't even know, but it looks like I'm not even allowed to close my Etsy shop, or at least like close it down until, what I was going to do is close it down until they pay me out what they're owning me, and then kind of see what happens after. But I'm not sure I can do that actually, according to their stupid policies. So yes, I feel like I have been royally f***ed. So basically, yeah, now I need to figure out where to sell my products, where to set it up, and so that I can navigate my viewers and my customers who have been buying from me and trust me for a long time, that they know if I put it on my website, then this is where it's going to be coming out of, because I can't trust Etsy as it is. I just can't. Yeah, and I think, you know, both buyers and sellers need to be aware of it, because it's just, yeah, it's not good. Also, quite a few of my viewers have commented on the previous video saying that actually the bank that went down in US, that apparently Etsy was using them. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. I don't even have trust in Etsy at the moment, because of how the communication is just all fluff. There is nothing concrete. Is in a way like they don't want to say what's actually going on, and trying to sugarcoat things so that people don't jump the ship, the sinking ship. It may be that come 3 months I will never see my money actually, because what's happening is at the minute I have some orders that come in and they go out fine, and then others I put on reserve. So I had 37 orders yesterday. I think some money was paid out, like 25%, very little. And then I had another come in. So it was like, at one point it was £900 something, then it went up to £1,000 something, then it went down to 900 something, and now it's back up to 1,000, almost £200. So they basically, as soon as it goes down, they bring it back up again. So that is my worry, that they're sitting actually on this amount of money, which they're not paying out to me. They basically, some money that's coming in, they're paying out, and then they're bringing the reserve back up. So something very, very fishy is going on there, and it is very, very obvious. So I'm very worried that come those 3 months, I will never see that money. So hence I need to figure out what my legal rights are, because they can't force me to continuously using their platform when it's out of service. It's out of service. So I will update you as soon as I can. It will take some time to figure out where else to sell from and how to do this. I know some of you mentioned PayPal, and but there was some issues with PayPal a few years ago, and I never trusted PayPal, so I just don't know. I feel like when you are depending on these big brands or these big companies, they can just at one point just use you. So yeah, let's see what happens. Still very, very much confused by the whole situation. I think that maybe as buyers, you have the right to complain to Etsy as well, because you are aware that you're paying the money to me. What you're not aware of is that 75% of my sales go straight to Etsy. And now, if you knew that, would you still be okay using Etsy to buy products? Because then you would know that, you know, you're getting the goods from the seller, but the seller is not receiving your money. The money is going somewhere else. So maybe as a buyer, you could put complaints through that that's what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know what we could do collectively to resolve this issue, and whether the issue is resolvable at this point. But no matter what it is, it seems very serious. And yeah, I just can imagine what a mess it is and how many people they're doing this to. So obviously this won't survive very long, because there will be a point where people will be shutting down their Etsys, because you can't run a business on 25% of your earnings. And then I wonder what happens when Etsy doesn't or can't take in the buyer's money anymore, because there won't be shops, and those people like us who will need to be paid out, where are they going to generate the money that they're obviously keeping now for a reason? They're probably paying out their staff to run Etsy as a business, etc. So where are they going to get the money to pay us out, which is clearly what they're using our money for right now? So yeah, it's a very sinister situation, really. So I think this is it for chit chat today. Just a really kind of brief video. I hope it's not too long, but I just wanted to let you know what's happening with Etsy. It's just horrendous, really. Thank you so much for all your comments, for all your support. As soon as I know, as soon as I'm able to set up something, some sort of website, something where you can purchase from, then I will let you know, of course. The sad thing is that I made loads and loads of sales, and I have been very successful in the last few months, but obviously Etsy is using that to do whatever. So I am suffering. My business is suffering from this. And also I have this new stamp set that is arriving, I think, tomorrow actually. So I was going to put that up, and I can't put it up on Etsy anymore. So I'll figure out a way of how to be able to sell it and like I said, that will take some time to do. So thank you for all of your support, and I will see you soon.